Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Paralegal Certificate Course Informational Webinar from CLS by BARBRI. We'll get started here in just a minute to allow time for everyone to join us. Our webinar today will start with a presentation from our Business Development Director, Stephanie Elio. And following that presentation, we'll be here for about 15 minutes to answer your questions live. So please be sure to go ahead and start putting your questions as you have them in the Q&A feature. But we will allow that time at the end as well. One of our enrollment counselors will either respond to you directly in that Q&A or we'll address it live. If we don't get to your question, don't worry. We'll give you all of our contact information at the end of the presentation for you to reach out to us after the webinar. So with that, I'm going to introduce Stephanie from CLS, who will get our presentation started today. Take it away, Stephanie.
Thanks, Emily, and welcome to all of you tonight. We are very happy that you've taken time out of your busy evening to join us. We're all here for the same reason today, and that is to learn about the Paralegal Certificate course offered by CLS by BARBRI. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the agenda so you know what we're going to be talking about. We are going to go over some really quick ground rules. As I said, we are very grateful for you joining us tonight. Everyone's taken time out to be here for the same purpose, and that's to learn about this program. As Emily mentioned, we do have that Q&A feature available, and you can submit questions. I'm going to answer probably 90% of them throughout the presentation, but feel free to submit them anyway. And that way, anything I miss, we'll be sure and either answer to you directly or tie up at the end. Because we're here at the same reason, we've got awesome enrollment counselors in the background that are also working some extra time tonight. Make sure your questions are relevant, and when you do ask questions, be kind. If you aren't, for the sake of the rest of the audience, we could ask you to leave. We're going to talk about CLS by BARBRI, the online learning support, how interaction works with instructors, with your peers, all of those things. We'll go ahead and talk about CLS by BARBRI now. We are formally known as the Center for Legal Studies. We were actually founded in 1980. 2.5 years ago, we joined BARBRI Global, and we are proud as ever to be a part of BARBRI Global. They are the world leader in legal education, distance learning, training, and certification, and CLS is the premier training provider for legal support personnel. We do specialize in training paralegals, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Some reasons to enroll that come straight from the mouths of our former students are we can provide the most affordable courses out there. They are flexible in delivery. We're going to spend tonight talking about how that online delivery works. We had an excellent name for ourselves as the Center for Legal Studies. Now, under BARBRI Global, it's even more powerful. And when you go out into the world with a certificate earned through one of our programs, with the BARBRI name, with CLS name, and the college and university that we partner with, you are going to be very credible out in the workforce. Our instructors and all of our staff is very well trained and experienced. Our instructors are professionals who really still work in the field. They're not strictly academic. They're actually licensed attorneys and very high-ranking paralegals. We offer many different courses. Paralegal Certificate is not the only program that we offer. We will touch on a few of those other courses tonight. Things like advanced paralegal. We're going to talk about that. It's a natural step for our California paralegals, but also many other students nationwide. We offer additional courses in advanced legal research and writing, software essentials, where you can actually do hands-on training with a lot of the software systems that are utilized in law offices today. We have legal secretary course, legal investigation. There's lots and lots of other courses within our portfolio that may be of interest to you. Today, we're primarily going to be talking about the Paralegal Certificate. So if you are interested in looking at any of those others, you can certainly do so on our website at www.legalstudies.com. If you have been to our website recently and you'd visited it prior to last month, you may have noticed a little bit of change. We are incredibly excited to be showing you now the new CLS website. We have taken all of the old information, it's on the new website, but it is more user-friendly now. So you'll notice our new branding, our logo that we unveiled earlier this year, and the website just launched about a month ago. And colors are green. You can get on there and find everything you need. So you can go to the same website that you had bookmarked earlier when you might have looked at our courses, and it's just going to lead you to the new site. Same content, same quality programs, same provider. Just a little bit updated look. Let's talk about that 100% online learning. Our paralegal certificate is offered in multiple formats. We do offer the 100% live, which we're going to talk about next. We do have live lecture, which I'll talk about in a moment, and we have a text-only version as well. Let's go ahead and dig into the online. Our online delivery is an asynchronous virtual classroom. Basically, what that means is that you have 24/7 access to our platform where the course is delivered. So you do not need any special software or anything like that. It is an instructor-led course, but you're never required to be logged on at any particular time of day or day of the week for that matter. Once you become a registered student, what happens is we will email you a username and a password the day classes start. And during the course of your class, your paralegal certificate training, you will have 24/7 access to that portal. We use a system called Moodle. If you've ever taken an online class through a college or a university, you may be familiar with names like Canvas, Blackboard. This is very similar. Many college and universities use Moodle. We use it because our students tell us they love it, and we know it's more user-friendly. It's a little more intuitive because many of our students have already graduated college or they haven't taken an online course. They may have been out of school for a long time. We want something that is really easy to navigate and very user-friendly, and we get that through this tool. As I mentioned, it is instructor-led, and you do have that 24/7 access. We do have administrative and technical support throughout the term of your course. We'll go ahead and go on to the next slide. The instructor-led. So I want to talk about for a second who our instructors are. They are not purely academic. They are not purely professional. They're actually a perfect mix of both. Typically, an instructor that works for CLS by BARBRI is going to be a licensed attorney or an extremely high-ranking paralegal. These folks are not retired. They're still working in the field, so they are current and up to date on today's needs. They also have teaching experience. And many of our instructors, because we've been in business for 40 plus years, many instructors have been with us for a very long time. These instructors, because they're working full-time, you're going to have 24/7 access to that system. They will post some regular office hours that they'll be available throughout the class in which they'd be more readily available for you. But the Moodle system, our online learning system, has built-in forums and discussion tools, email tools for you to have easy communication. So you can always submit an email question, ask for clarification to your instructor, and they will respond. If you want to have a little bit more interaction with them, you can always request an appointment during those office hours they have, and they can set up either a Zoom call or a phone call or have a little more one-on-one if that's something that you need. As far as the forums and communication with your peers, that will be completed through a weekly discussion board, bulletin board assignments, which you are required to participate in. So not only will your instructor post on Monday mornings what your written and reading assignments are for the week, you will also have a bulletin board discussion topic posted, and you can log in and read that question at any point in time. Put your response in. Once you post your response, you will get credit for participating. And at that point in time, you'll be able to see your classmates' responses as well. Some of those discussions get quite lively and turn into kind of a blog-like chat. So we encourage you to participate more than just the minimum participation. Those weekly assignments are really, and the deadlines that go with those weekly assignments are designed to keep you on track. This program is delivered in 2 7-week sessions, grand total of 14 weeks. The tuition we're going to talk about in a few moments and how to register, things like that. But this program is delivered pretty quick. 14 weeks, when you're looking at it on a calendar, may seem like a long time, but this is an intense program. You will be working hard, and that time is going to click by pretty quick. So you want to make sure that you're keeping up with those deadlines. That 24/7 access is because we know you're busy. This program was from the beginning and still is today designed for busy people. The majority of our students, they have jobs, they have families, all kinds of things going on in their life, and they manage to do this at the same time. So we believe that you can too, and we want you to have a good experience with that. How we grade. Courses and time commitments, what you should expect. Course grading, sorry about that. 70% is a minimum passing score. Okay, and I want to take a minute to explain that. Not 70% overall on all of the assignments that you do, 70% on each and every assignment that you do. CLS does not do any cumulative grading, and that's on purpose. When you finish this program, when you earn your certificate, you are going to be ready to go out in the world and go to work. All of the skills that you are going to train and develop through this program are real world job skills. And we have no intention of sending you out there being really good at some and not good at others. That's what happens in cumulative grading. You can average scores out. So since we require 70% or better on every single assignment, here's how that works. Some of you may have been thinking, oh my gosh, what happens if I bomb a test or a quiz? It can happen to the best of us. It is not the end of the world. What will happen here, because remember what I said a moment ago, we want you to be successful. We truly are vested in your ability to complete this program, earn your certificate, and go out and change your career in whichever direction you want to move it. So if you have a score that's not passing, you will be given an opportunity to redo that test, that quiz, that assignment, whatever it may be. You're going to communicate with your instructor, find out what you got wrong, why it was not a successful assignment, and you will be given an opportunity to redo it. So don't stress that. The instructors are there to help you. And although we train nationally with college and universities throughout the country, we cap our classes out at about 35 to 40 students each class, which means we've got a reasonable student to teacher ratio. So if you're having difficulty, if there's something that maybe the concept or that particular assignment didn't click and you're not scoring as high as you need to pass, communicate with your teacher. Reach out to them. They are there to help you. You should expect to spend anywhere from 8 to 12 hours per week on coursework. I can tell you this, it varies. And that's because people are different. Everybody's study skills are a little bit different. Reading comprehension from person to person is different. There's a lot of reading in this program, so be prepared for that. If you've taken a look at the book list, you've seen there's a lot of reading. So the best gauge I can tell you is that if you are spending more than 20 hours a week on this course, odds are you're probably overthinking it. There's some concept that maybe you are overthinking, maybe you're going down the wrong path. Touch base with your instructor. They've been doing this for a long time. They know that curriculum inside and out. They know the assignments. They're there to help guide you. As far as how you spend that 8 to 12 to 15 hours a week, you've got access 24/7 and 7 days a week. So maybe you want to take your books with you. You know, we use real books for this course. So if you're, for example, let's say you're a busy mom or a busy parent and you've got to take kids from activity to activity and you're waiting for them for band practice, soccer practice, swim, whatever it may be, take your books with you. If you're sitting there anyway, you can knock out some reading. That time frame that we recommend students spend, that's not all sitting on a computer. That's all your reading time, your assignment time, and your computer time together. Okay? You can find testimonials about this program all over the place, which we're very happy to say. There is an entire page on our website. If you're interested to hear what students have to say about it, you can read those. You can also go to our social media pages. There are slews of reviews, all written by students that have already taken this program. We're very proud to be able to post comments from our alumni. And we have students from all walks of life that have chosen to take our courses because paralegal is an incredibly transferable skill set. And we're going to talk about what you can do with the certificate in just a minute. Let's talk a little bit about what you're going to learn in the course itself. So I want to recap. I mentioned that paralegal is a 14-week training. It is delivered in 2 consecutive 7-week sessions. So if you have been on our website and you've looked at our academic calendar, you might have seen that it is divvied out into 6 7-week sessions per year. The reason it's done that way is because we have a lot of other courses that are completed in a single 7-week session. Paralegal is not. Paralegal is a 14-week training. Now, when you look at the tuition price, that pays for both sessions, and you only need to select the session in which you want to begin. We'll automatically enroll you in the one that follows. So the upcoming session that starts on August 23rd, which is the next one, you would only select that on our website. We'll automatically put you in session 6. If for some reason you didn't want to start until October, you could pick session 6 and then you would take session 1. But being that this is the tail end of our year, I do recommend that you start now. Think about it. If you start right now with session 5, August 23rd, you can be done just after Thanksgiving, have earned your new certificate, and be ready with these skills to go to work as a paralegal in 2022. You could go before Christmas and be ready to go to work. In this program, some things you're going to learn. You can absolutely see the graphic there on your screen. Legal research, civil procedure, ethics. Ethics is a component of every single course we teach here at CLS. Evidence, torts, contracts, and a lot of other legal skills that paralegals need. Document preparation, legal research. We use Westlaw to do legal research. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. We do provide a syllabus for every single course that we offer on our website. And you can find that on the new site. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, you will see the word syllabi. You can click on that link. It'll actually take you to a page on our site that displays the syllabus for every single course we offer. The reason we do that for our students is we want you to make an educated decision. We want you to know what you're going to learn, what we're going to teach you before you enroll. We really do want this to be a fit for you. So while we're teaching you all those skills, we talked a little bit about how it was delivered and that you'll have a dedicated instructor for your class. In that delivery, we also have recorded video lectures. And when those are posted on a weekly basis, you are actually able to watch them at any point in time. You can literally get up at 5 in the morning and log in and watch your video and do some assignments and do your bulletin board post. You could do it at lunchtime, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 p.m., midnight. It really doesn't matter. You are going to decide when you want to watch that. Once an assignment's posted, once a video is posted, it is there for you to watch at a time that's convenient for you. You're going to have a better experience if you are in control of your own schedule. New in 2021, we also have included in our course now formative assessments. These are to enable you to self-assess learning without being graded. Think of them like little puzzles and games. You can do them as many times as you want to test your retention and knowledge of the concepts that you're expected to learn. And you can do those before tests, before quizzes. Retake them as many times as you want to retain information. Some of them even resemble like the old flashcards that we used when we were younger to learn new concepts. I guarantee you they are going to help make this a better experience. There, in legal world, there is a ton of new vocabulary. This is going to help you to learn that. So I'm touched on it just a moment ago that we've got other courses beyond paralegal certificate. One of them is our advanced paralegal certificate. I also mentioned that CLS has been around for more than 40 years. We have been training students coast to coast for a very long time. Originally, we designed the advanced paralegal certificate for our California students. So paralegal is an unregulated profession in the United States, except in California. California students, or those who choose to practice and work as a paralegal in the state of California, need to ensure that they are in compliance with the California Business and Professions Code 6450. We actually have a link to that on our website if you want to read the whole code. But basically, in a nutshell, what it says is that you must have X number of hours in substantive legal training in order to work as a paralegal. Well, when that law came about many years ago, CLS decided to reconfigure our advanced program to precisely meet that requirement. We actually work with quite a few schools in the state of California, almost a dozen, and we've got a lot of students that come from that area, and that's where they intend to work. So the way the advanced program works is it's got a prerequisite. You need to complete the paralegal certificate. That's the program we're talking about tonight. Once you complete that, then all students are eligible to take the advanced paralegal. In order to earn that advanced certificate, you would complete 6 of the topics that are listed on the screen in front of you. Each one of those topics is a 7-week class, and we allow students to take 1, 2, or 3 topics at a time in a single 7-week session. So California folks, really, if they got through their paralegal without too much stress, they come in and just boom, boom, and take 3 + 3 and knock out their advanced. But you absolutely don't have to go that fast. You could take them one at a time. You could skip sessions. There's a lot of flexibility when it comes to scheduling advanced topics. Now, in the past, California students still had to take it, but other students across the nation had interest in taking a lot of our advanced topics, but they weren't sure they wanted to knock out all 6 to get that certificate. And taking just 1 or 2 didn't yield any kind of documentation until now. We changed things this year, which is perfect timing for all of you. We have introduced something called badging. We work with a third-party vendor called Accredited. I think the next slide is going to show us about badging. There we go. So these are digital badges. So yes, if you complete 6 advanced topics, you're still going to earn an advanced certificate, whether you're in California or not. And doing that is certainly going to make you more marketable and increase your employment opportunities. The more skills you have, the more valuable you are. So that's a given. But now that we've introduced badging, you can actually earn a credential, a badge, for every topic you choose to take. So let's go back a slide really quick and look at that list again. There's an awesome list of topics here. Each one of these is a 7-week class. Once you complete your paralegal, you're eligible to take any of them, things like immigration law, family law, criminal law, victim advocacy, alternative dispute resolution, business law. All of them are listed on our website. You can see an individual syllabus for each one of them on our website. If you're in California, you still got to take 6, which means you're going to get 6 badges. You're also going to get the certificate. If you're anywhere else in the country, I encourage you to pick up 1, 2. We have students that take all 15. That digital badge is, let's go ahead and go back to the badging slide. The digital badge is something that you can put on your social media. You can put it on your LinkedIn profile. This enables employers to actually see the skills that you have developed and built through this program. A certificate shows you completed the program. It's issued by our college or university partner, whichever one you designate when you register. The badges are going to be issued by CLS by BARBRI. Now, I spoke about BARBRI Global and how proud we are to be a part of BARBRI Global. If you are new coming into a legal support role and you personally have not heard of BARBRI, you intend to work for an attorney down the road, I guarantee you that they know who BARBRI is. And when they see that on your badge attached to any training that you've done, it's automatically going to yield a higher level of respect. BARBRI trains more than 90% of all law students to sit for their bar exams when they're becoming attorneys. And they're very successful at it. So, like I said, your future employer, if you don't know who BARBRI is, your employer will. And that's going to be good for you. You can explore next steps related to badges, things like that, by talking to our enrollment counselors. We've also got pages on our website to talk. There's a lot of things when you click into those badges. It doesn't only show all the skills you've developed, but there's also employment opportunities that are posted when you click into that. So if you have additional questions, please reach out to our enrollment counselors. You can do that simply by sending an email to info, that's INFO, @legalstudies.com. All those places that you can work once you develop these skills and get through this program. Almost every industry out there hires paralegals. Everybody knows that paralegals work in law firms. That's a given, okay? What a lot of people don't know is all the other places they can work. Insurance companies hire paralegals, real estate. Every major corporation has a legal department. They hire paralegals. State and government agencies, the court systems. You know, one thing, if you've ever watched one of our webinars before or spoken to our enrollment counselors, you may have heard, even car dealerships hire paralegals because they do contract work. Paralegals do contract work. So ton of different opportunities will be available to you once you've earned this. And like any education, once you complete this training, you own these skills. They belong to you and no one can ever take them away. Where you choose to utilize them is wide open. What can you earn? The U.S. Department of Labor is projecting a 10% growth through now and 2029. Much faster than the national average for other professions. Median salary, $52,900 plus benefits. Obviously, you know, there are some places in the world that have a higher cost of living and others where it is lower. So that is a median salary. Some places that they actually list on the Department of Labor Statistics website: federal government, finance and insurance, local government, legal services, state and government, hospitals, education, healthcare organizations hire paralegals because they've got a legal department as well. Another plus by taking a BARBRI course and earning your paralegal certificate through CLS by BARBRI is we have extended the BARBRI Job Network to our paralegal graduates. We are building that out, and so it's up and coming. So you can get in right now for free. There may come a time, I can warn you now, there may come a time where we actually charge for it, but right now we aren't. So I would encourage you, once you are getting close to earning your certificate, that you get in there and create a profile on our job network. There's a link to it. If you click on career paths, you can get to it on our main website. You can also, if you want some assistance navigating, speak to one of our enrollment counselors. Their job is to help you, give you a better experience from the very beginning all the way through your registration and through your training. So don't ever be afraid to either send an email or call us. We're available from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. This BARBRI Job Network is kind of multi-sided. We work with law firms and employers who post jobs, and we also have, through many of the other BARBRI global business units, we have law students, we have bar prep students, all that are looking to get jobs in law firms, but we also have paralegal opportunities in there. So you want the attorneys and law firms to be able to see you, but they want to see you as well. So I encourage you to visit the job network on our website, get your profile filled out. Not only are you able to post your resume and your profile there, you'll be able to upload your badges. And we've got an entire column that is written by working paralegals and attorneys and our instructors on advice for job seeking. So that is something that is a free benefit to you as well. How to enroll. One thing you'll want to do is select a college or university partner, which you will see on the next slide, a sampling of some of our partners. CLS by BARBRI works with over 150 accredited college and universities nationwide. We operate through the continuing education and professional studies departments at those schools. What you see on the screen is just a sample of some of our partner schools. It is always our recommendation at CLS, if we have a school that is where you plan to live, where you plan to work, that is the logical choice for you to select when you're registering for your course. That's who will issue your certificate when you're done. Okay, it makes sense to have the school in your local area. And if by chance, and there's only about 4 states where we do not have partners, if by chance you live in one of those states, West Virginia or North or South Dakota, places like that, then we recommend you select the neighboring state. All of our curriculum is taught on a federal level. Assignments that you do within the program, you'll use your own jurisdiction. The tuition for this program is $1,595. Now keep in mind what I said earlier. This is a 14-week training delivered over 2 7-week sessions. The $1,595 tuition is going to pay for both. You only select the session in which you intend to begin. And that would be session 5, starting August 23rd, right around the corner. Required books There are 6 required books for this program. You need those books, okay? Roughly $400. We strive very hard to ensure the most competitive pricing we can bring. We do not require you buy your books from us. If you want to shop them out, you certainly may, but if you do, please make sure you've got the right ISBN number, you got the right edition, and the right book. As I said, our pricing is incredibly competitive. You could probably search far and wide, and you're really not going to find better prices. We try to make sure that we've cornered the market on that. You'll also need a Westlaw subscription, and that is $89. You will not have any Westlaw assignments due in the first half of the training. They'll all be in the second half. Now, you could wait until the halfway point and purchase your Westlaw then for the second half, or you could just purchase it in advance when you get your books, when you pay your tuition. If you do that, we know when to start your access at that halfway mark, so you don't need to worry about it. Go ahead and purchase it when, but we also don't send out reminders at the halfway mark to tell you you need it. So you don't want to be scrambling to try to get it after you've got assignments due. Most students will just put it in all together. We do have payment options available. The most common you will find at the checkout screen on our website. We work with a third-party vendor called Affirm. They do a lot of big box stores. If any of you have ever purchased any larger purchase on Wayfair, something like that, an online purchase at the checkout screen, they use Affirm. So do many other vendors. We've had quite a lot of success. It's enabled our students to take the lump sum, the tuition, the books, the Westlaw, put it all in the cart, and then break that full payment down to 3, 6, 12, up to 18-month payments. It is a credit-based program, but they do accept a very wide range of credit. So we encourage you to apply. If you have any questions with that process or any difficulty with it, you can always call one of our enrollment counselors during normal business hours, and they will make recommendations for you or assist you where they can. We can't do that application for you. You'll need to do it yourself. But if something is not as easy as it should be, you can always call them. They're happy to assist you. How to enroll? You can call our 1-800-522-7737 number. Again, our hours are from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And enrollment counselors answer the phone all day long, and they are happy to assist you. From your initial inquiry, any questions you've got, assistance with enrollment, we are there to make life easier for you. You can also email if you prefer not to call, and send your inquiries, your emails to info@legalstudies.com. You can also visit our website directly, www.legalstudies.com. And the new website's pretty awesome. It's pretty easy to navigate. But if you have trouble, reach out to us. But you certainly can self-serve and register straight away. Our courses start every 8 weeks. We'd love for you to be on board for our next class, which begins on August 23rd.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie. As we said, we're going to answer some of your questions here live. If you have a question, please put it in the Q&A feature, and either one of our enrollment counselors will respond directly, or we'll try to live on the webinar. We've got quite a few questions today, so we probably won't get to everyone. So you can always follow up with us. We'll put that phone number and email back up on the screen before we end today. So don't hesitate to reach out to us tomorrow if we don't get to your question. So Stephanie, let's see, first question is, what's required to meet before starting the course? What requirements are needed to start the course?
Our courses are offered via continuing and professional education. They are open enrollment. The minimum requirement to take any of our courses is going to be a high school diploma or GED. And we don't say that because we want you to dig it out of the basement and prove it to us. We say that because the courses are taught on a college level. We want you to be successful in taking this program. So you need to come with college level reading and writing skills. Other than that, you're good to go.
Great, thank you. And is there any software or computer program required for the course?
There is not. Everything is delivered from our servers. All you need is internet access. Beyond, and you'll need your books, of course. But we've got students that, they get their books and they're out on the road doing whatever. They'll use their cell phone to log into their course, see what they're supposed to do for the week, take their books with them, read, do whatever they need to, and then maybe go to a laptop or a desktop later. But as long as you've got internet access, you can access your course.
Great, thank you. We've got some people curious, what is the passing rate for CLS courses?
We are incredibly proud of our passing rate, and it is above 85%. That is our completion rate. Now, that's an incredible rate, and we know that, and we're very proud of our students for it. What I want you to know is don't let that number make you think this is fluffy. You are going to work hard. We work hard to help you be successful. So if something's not clicking, if it's not going well, we're going to be there to support you and help you to complete. 85% plus.
Great, thank you. We've got quite a few follow-up questions about our payment options. So I just wanted to direct everybody. If you go to legalstudies.com, you'll see at the top menu under About CLS, if you hover over that, you can find our payment options page, which includes information about a firm right at the top of the page. So I just want to give everybody that resource. Under that About tab, you can also find tons of FAQs about CLS, links to all of our partner schools, news from CLS, as well as a link to all of those testimonials Stephanie talked about earlier. So just wanted to point everybody in that direction. Next question. We have someone wondering if they can work from home as a paralegal. Are there remote opportunities?
There are, and increasingly so, especially in the last year and a half, last 18 months, when everybody was forced to work at home. We can't speak for individual employers. Ultimately, that is a decision that they make. But paralegals work in a freelance capacity, so they may work totally on their own. Our instructors do teach our students, our future paralegals, what they can and cannot do with or without the supervision of an attorney. So if it's, I know this is a little outside the question, but if it is your intention to work as a freelance paralegal, pay particular attention when the instructor is teaching those things. As far as work at home, it's an office position. There's a lot of research. Our technology today and the internet make telecommuting incredibly easy and productive. So I think many employers are much more open to that being a permanent staple in this line of work, but it will vary from employer to employer.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. We have just a few more minutes. We had to pack a lot of information in this presentation today, but again, we'll give you our contact information to follow up with us. A couple more questions we're going to answer though. Can you reiterate what the next course start date is and what the registration deadline is?
The next start date is Monday, August 23rd, which is less than, I believe it's 12 days away. And deadline, really, we recommend that you register now. Try to register by this weekend at the latest, so we've got time to ship your books to you so that you're adequately prepared for the course. We will accept registration right up to the day, but we do strongly encourage students to register earlier versus later. And that is because we want you to start off on the right foot. We want you to be well prepared, and we want you to have all your textbooks. You're going to need them day one.
Great, thank you. Last question we'll get to here live is how does a student, once they complete this course, how do they get their certificate and digital badge?
Digital badges are emailed after completion. Now, granted, we've got a lot of students nationwide, so compiling everybody's grades and closing out the end of a term takes a little bit of time. So digital badges are emailed by our operations team about a week or two after a course completes. After a student completes their course, you have to complete to earn that badge. As far as the certificates, those are issued by our college and university partners because we need to do our admin work, send the request to them. They need to do theirs as well. So those would be mailed out to you or sent via digital transfer, and it would be anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 weeks. It depends. That really long time frame is because sometimes we run into vacation when school is out, things like that. But in average, you're looking at probably about 4 to 6 weeks after completion.
Okay, great. Thank you, Stephanie. So with that, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you to everyone for attending today, and thank you for your questions. I know we didn't get to everybody, but we will put our contact information up here on the screen so you can reach out to us. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. Again, at the phone number, you can contact us from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central, Monday through Friday, or email us anytime. Our enrollment counselors are ready to help you. We'll also be sending out the video recording of this webinar if you would like to watch it back. So look out for that in your email inbox by the end of the week. And as mentioned, our next course session begins on Monday, August 23rd. So now is the perfect time to visit legalstudies.com, get your enrollment done, get your books ordered, everything in order. Thank you all again, and a special thank you to Stephanie for your time today. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you too, Emily. Bye, guys. Love to see you in class. Have a great night.